What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. The left has shown us time and time again over the last decade that they are the party of violence. They are willing to do unspeakable and heinous things to advance their political ideology and attack innocents, and especially target those who stand in their way politically. They are authoritarian by nature. They are totalitarian. They wish to control you, and that always comes from the end of a gun or the boot heel on your neck. I was physically within arm's reach of them, a BLM and Antifa mob attacking Senator Rand Paul in the streets of Washington, D.C., and the cops did nothing. It is a scary moment that we have emerged from, thank God, and we should never, ever allow these terroristic tyrants to have control over our public discourse or our capacity to function as a country ever again. And it looks like they're trying their old tactics all over again, ladies and gentlemen, as Donald Trump escaped a bullet, caught a bullet, missed a bullet. Through divine providence, I believe the left is back with their terroristic threatening of the lives of Trump supporters and Trump cabinet members. God help us. Here we go. Over the past 12 hours, multiple members of President Trump's cabinet and administration have been targeted with bomb threats and swatting incidents. A note from President Trump followed up by a note from the FBI. Let's look. Last night in the morning, several of President Trump's cabinet nominees, this is, of course, a notification from the Trump-Vance team, the new White House press secretary, Carolyn Leavitt, is the one writing this and posting this, were targeted in violent, un-American threats on their lives and those who live with them. These attacks range from bomb threats to swatting. In response, law enforcement and other authorities have acted quickly to ensure the safety of those who were targeted. President Trump and the entire transition team are grateful for their swift action. President Trump and his transition team are focused on working on uniting our nation by ensuring a safe and prosperous future. With President Trump as our example, and dangerous acts and intimidation and violence will not deter us, but it should land the people who are making these threats in effing prison. Guantanamo Bay, please. Here's the FBI. The FBI says the FBI is aware of numerous threats, swatting incidents targeting incoming administration officials. We are working with our law enforcement partners to make sure that potential threats and encourage members of the public to immediately report anything that they consider suspicious from law enforcement. We live in Florida. Many of these appointees are from Florida, and we can tell you that there has been a massive police presence around some of the areas that they live and around their homes and around some of the general areas in which they operate. The Florida political scene is pretty tight-knit, and I know pretty much everyone here, and we love them, and so much of the Trump cabinet are friends of the show and regularly on the show and the program, and so we pray for them. Pete Hegseth, John Ratcliffe, Elise Stefanik, and Matt Gaetz have been targeted. A bomb squad reportedly sent to Matt Gaetz' house after the congressman received pipe bomb threats. Currently unclear whether the threat to Gaetz, a close ally of Mr. Trump, withdrew his name from the consideration last week, was genuine or a hoax. Punchbowl, well, I mean, I guess it's genuine if they find a bomb. We'll see. Matt Gaetz was not at home. A sniffer dog was brought in to check the former congressman's mailbox, failed to establish whether there was any credible threats. The bomb squad was called shortly after. Fox News.
Trump picks have been targeted by violent bomb threats and swatting. That, according to the Trump transition team. No injuries have been reported. Brian Yennis is live from West Palm Beach, Florida, with the latest on all of this. We're beginning to get a little more information of names being added to this list. What do we know, Brian?
Yeah, that's right, Molly. Well, sources tell Fox News that nearly a dozen of President-elect Trump's new administration picks have been threatened, at least since Tuesday night. And we now know the identities of at least 5 of those appointees and nominees that have received those threats. We begin with Trump's pick for CIA Director John Ratcliffe, then his nominee for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Brooke Rollins, his pick for Agriculture Secretary, and his nominee for the Environmental Protection Agency, Lee Zeldin, who says a pipe bomb threat was sent to his family with a pro-Palestinian themed message, and his pick for United Nations Ambassador Elise Stefanik. Stefanik is Trump's nominee, like I said, to be at the UN. Her office says a bomb threat was made against Stefanik and her family. New York State, County, and U.S. Capitol Police responded immediately, and everyone is okay. But in a statement, her office said, quote, "This morning, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, her husband, and their 3-year-old son were driving home to Saratoga County from Washington for Thanksgiving when they were informed of a bomb threat to their residence.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of many Trump officials sounding off Brooke Rollins. This morning, we learned of a threat, and Brooke was on the show 2 days ago. It's insane. She's on the show 2 days ago, and now this. Bomb threats against our home and family. Thanks for the swift efforts of the Dallas-Fort Worth police, we were unharmed, quickly returned home, expressed my deep gratitude. Law enforcement and professionals who did the utmost to keep speed and expertise to protect us, protect our community every single day. Man, it is wild. I mean, it's the face of evil, right? It's why they had to psyop January 6th, because the actual violence exists entirely and totally on the left. It's why they had to create an environment of fedsurrection in order to smear and slander our movement. And now the music has stopped, okay? And it's going to be time to prosecute, frog march, and jail left-wing terrorists. BLM and Antifa got off without a scratch. No, could somebody find me the BLM activists jailed for terrorizing and burning the nation to the ground? No more Mr. Nice Guy, man. Trump's cabinet nominees targeted by violent threats against their homes. You see here some familiar faces. Now the police, FBI, cops have stepped in. Law enforcement acted quickly to ensure their safety. Despicable behavior. Democrats have resorted to threatening Donald Trump's cabinet appointees. Never a good look. Of course, nobody on the left has disavowed this, right? Nothing from Joe Biden about any of this. Barack Obama hasn't rushed Kamala Harris on vacation. She's somehow the sitting vice president. She's on vacation right now. Permanent vacation, I guess. Drunk, slurring, bleary-eyed, giving some type of embarrassing speech. And then this. Nothing on this. Apparently you're running the country right now. Over the past 24 hours, several of Trump cabinet nominees and administration appointees violent threats for their lives, their families. Law enforcement intervened to protect the individuals. So what Steve Bannon says, they're not going to hand over the keys peacefully. Don Jr., the violent left has been calling for bomb threats and swatting incoming members of the Trump administration. Enough is enough, this type of deranged crap. Trump cabinet nominees, appointees targeted with violent, un-American threats. They are at it again. The violent left is at it again. Will Joe Biden condemn it? Of course not. Joe Biden hasn't said a single word. Pray for Trump and his team. This is who the left is. This is exactly correct. Elise Stefanik, Lee Zeldin, Matt Gaetz, John Ratcliffe, Pete Hegseth, or who have been targeted. Mike Davis commenting on this, saying they need increased security immediately. There needs to be a security team around these nominees immediately, and then they need to do a reassessment. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is who the fascistic left is. It's great to be right. It's great to be proven right. Again and again and again. Please pray for safety.
So first, we had a statement coming in from the Trump-Vance transition team saying it was last night and this morning nominees were targeted in these violent threats to their homes, bomb threats and swatting. Okay, so we have that. The safety of those who were targeted, Trump and the entire transition team are grateful for swift action. But we're hearing now from Elise Stefanik's office, Mike, that they were heading to Saratoga County from Washington. A bomb threat came in to their home in New York State. Tell us about the seriousness of this, that they actually know where they're heading. She's with her 3-year-old daughter for the holiday, and this comes in.
Yeah, Lee Stefanik is a friend and a legal client of mine, and this is unacceptable. This is obviously a coordinated threats against these Trump cabinet picks and other members of Trump's incoming administration. This is unacceptable, and President Biden needs to step forward immediately and order a criminal probe immediately. His attorney general, his FBI director, his U.S. attorneys need to step forward immediately and aggressively so this does not happen again.
Absolutely. I want to know what type of protection they have. All these nominees. Look at everyone that we're looking at here, and I'm sure in the coming minutes and hours we'll know some more specifics outside of Stefanik, because we know that they say that we're appointees, so it's plural here. Bye.